Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. There's one question that has been asked by many of my subscribers who watched my previous videos on CBDC. The question was whether or not a CBDC and the US digital dollar specifically is a fiat currency. So in this video, I want to walk you through digital currencies from a fiat currency perspective, and we'll also talk about the main differences between a CBDC and its traditional version, cash. If you want to see more content about CBDCs, do let me know. You can do so by liking the video and leaving a comment. And also, as a reminder, it is absolutely free for you to subscribe. And if you click that little bell button, you will get notified when I upload a new video. Central bank digital currencies are a digital form of fiat money. Fiat money is a government-issued currency that is not backed by a physical commodity such as gold or silver. It is backed by the government that issued it, nothing else. So with that, the value of any CBDC, including the digital United States dollar, will be derived only from the stability of the issuing government. Fiat currencies only have value because the government maintains that value. There's no utility, no true value to fiat money in itself. So any digital currency issued by central banks is a fiat currency, and there is nothing that truly backs it other than its own issuer. From that perspective, this is a similarity between the two, but there are many more differences than similarities. A CBDC introduces a new layer of features that potential users are going to want to keep in mind. The issuer, or in our case, the Federal Reserve, will have the power to make all of the decisions related to any CBDCs held by the people, and they can do so at any time. Think of a CBDC as a computer program. It can have hundreds of features that can be turned off or turned on by the central bank depending on the desired outcome. One of these features is for it to expire, for example, on a set date, or not to be active or usable in a certain area or for a certain product. Another feature that is vastly different from physical cash, with both being fiat currency, of course, is that CBDCs are easily tracked. Anyone who uses traditional cash knows that cash transactions, in most cases, are not tracked. Because CBDCs are centralized, programmed, and controlled by their issuers, that level of control enables them to track all transactions a user has been or is currently involved in. This of course, means that the concept of a CBDC and personal privacy do not coexist by definition. CBDCs would require a level of intrusion by authorities, by the issuer, to monitor for financial crimes such as anti-money laundering reasons, for example. So that will be extremely easy to do once CBDCs are fully implemented. The third difference between the two types of fiat currency, digital and traditional, is how it can be used to execute monetary policy. Traditionally, the Federal Reserve ability to impact the economy has been relatively time-consuming. For example, interest rate increases or decreases take months to truly show results. So far, the Federal Reserve raised rates multiple times, but we have yet to see the desired outcome of much lower inflation. While the Fed can print cash, as it did when the pandemic began, for example, the results of those actions took months to unfold. Injecting billions of dollars in cash did help consumers save more and spend more, but it kept pushing prices higher and higher to the point that they reached a 40-year high. With the digital dollar, the decrease or an increase in money supply will occur in a matter of seconds. Since a CBDC is under a full control of its issuer, it will make it extremely easy to execute any monetary policy that is deemed necessary and appropriate. Another significant difference between the two is their cybersecurity. Just a couple of days ago, I mentioned that since digital wallets will be used by users to store their CBDCs, there have been very strong opinions and concerns that users should actually have both digital and hardware wallets to protect themselves from any possible cyber attacks. Cybersecurity is, of course, a significant concern nowadays as well, but it hasn't posed such a significant threat as long as we use trusted networks, a VPN service, and maintain strong passwords, among other things, of course. Once a CBDC is introduced, a cyber attack, for example, might potentially wipe out, well, everything. The current financial crisis that's unfolding makes it obvious that any consumer bank or an investment bank, for that matter as well, doesn't and is not technically required by its regulators to keep all of its cash equivalent to deposits on hand, just in case its customers decide to participate in an old-fashioned bank run to withdraw all of their cash on the same day. For example, the effects a switch to CBDC would have on a financial system's stability are still unknown. There may not be enough central bank liquidity, for example, to facilitate withdrawals during a financial crisis, so that still remains unknown or unannounced. The next difference between CBDCs and traditional currency is privacy and consumer protection. This goes hand in hand with cybersecurity that we just discussed a couple of minutes ago. It's not yet clear what type of consumer protection laws will be in place and what type of deposit insurance would exist that would protect a deposit held in CBDCs in case of an unforeseen event. It has not been discussed anywhere, at least not to my knowledge. The current FDIC deposit insurance rules, by the way, are set to expire in 2024. Lastly, a CBDC would enable the issuer to have a direct interaction with consumers. This is what it means. You may remember stimulus payments a couple of years ago that were both mailed and deposited directly into bank accounts. So it's been reported that a CBDC can be sent directly to a person's phone by the central bank in times of a crisis. Again, that leaves more questions than it provides answers. One would be whether or not the type of a process would have a flip side that would allow funds to be removed the same way that they were actually deposited, for example, for tax payments or alimony. Hopefully you learned something new from this brief update that I shared with you today. Again, the goal of my channel here is to share facts, not opinions, and to allow you to draw your own conclusions from these facts. If you like this video, you might also enjoy another one I've uploaded recently that explains the main facts about CBDCs. Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, show your support, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back for my next one. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.